One of the most important items that you can have with you at all times is something that can hold or contain water so that you can bring it from one location to another, so that you can transport water. Good to go. Look at that. All right, guys. So part of prepping is knowing how to reuse items that you might typically throw away or other people might typically throw away. Now, a perfect example of this is going to be something like one of these bags that a loaf of bread comes in. Now, what could this potentially be used for? Now, it's a thicker type of plastic than what you would get just like a normal grocery bag. But the amount of water that you can hold in this is pretty significant. It's almost a gallon. If I'm not mistaken, I'd say it's about 3 liters you could put in here. Okay. The problem that you typically find is that in the bottom of these bags there are little holes, and so there's a way that you can fix that and carry something like this with you all the time if you want to put it as part of your EDC kit, and it doesn't take up much space at all. And something similar like this on the market, if you were to buy a water bag, would cost you 25. Some of them are even $30, $40. So let's go ahead and let's put a seal across here using one of our vacuum sealers, and then we're going to fill it up with water, and we're going to see exactly how much water this can store. That is one of the most important items that you can have with you at all times, is something that can hold or contain water so that you can bring it from one location to another, so that you can transport water. It's a very, very crucial skill or ability to have with you at all times. So let's go ahead and we'll put a seal across the bottom here, cut it off, and then we'll fill it up with water and see how well it does. All right, so let's go ahead and close this. We're going to do a manual seal. Let's wait for it to finish. Good to go. All right, it took the seal. So we'll go ahead and cut this off at the bottom. We'll cut that off there, and let's test it out. You also want to make sure you get a good seal along these edges too, because the seal that it normally comes with is pretty weak. So go ahead and reseal the edges as well. All right, guys, so here's our finished product here. All right, this is a bag, just a regular loaf of bread came in here. Okay, nothing fancy. Let's go ahead and fill this up with water. See how it holds. Let's see, is it leaking? I don't know if that's a leak or if that's just from doing a sloppy job at filling it up. Looks like it's not leaking. Look at that. That's quite a bit of water, guys. That's about a day's ration. That's about all you need in one day. Look at that. One of these little sandwich bags can take care of that for you. So you go down to the lake, you fill this bag up with water, bring it back to your camp, and then you can treat it, right? Look at that. One of these kinds of bags, real fancy on Amazon, is like 25 bucks. You know, but you can carry this with you every day, and it doesn't cost you a penny. All right, there you go. And bring it to your camp, let it sit there. Heck, bring a couple, you know. Here's one, you know, have one in one hand, one in another. Bring it to the camp, let it sit there, whatever. Let's say you got one of these and you want to disinfect the water. Well, shoot. You got a Mylar bag from a bag of chips, right? The inside of this bag of chips, that's Mylar, right? That'll reflect the light. So what you do, let's say you're done with your bag of chips. Well, you cut this open, you lay it out, shiny side up, you put it underneath of your water bag, and then when the sun bounces through that water, it'll hit the Mylar, the reflective Mylar here on the inside of this bag, and it'll come back up into the water. So you have a double effect there. Be able to disinfect it, or potentially, disinfect it quicker. Let's go ahead and I'll show you how I like to carry one of these every day. All right, guys, so this is part of my EDC. All right, this is what I carry with me every day. And it's really easy. Doesn't take up any space, okay? And this is how I do it, okay? I have one of those little sandwich bags. I carry it with me all the time, and I can use this to collect about 2 liters of water. No matter the situation, whether I'm out on a boat, whether it has hit the fan, so to speak. But it takes up no space, right? It doesn't weigh anything. I don't even realize that it's on me, but it gives me the ability to do something that is extremely significant without having to recreate the tool in an emergency situation. Not only that, but these pieces of plastic, these little plastic bags, can be used for so many other things. I can use this along with a little bit of duct tape to seal up a chest wound if somebody gets shot in the lungs. Okay, I can also use this to dehydrate plant material out in the sun. If I'm in the desert, which I am in the desert, I can put plant material in here, tie a knot around the end, leave it out in the sun, and that plant material will sweat. And I'll be able to collect moisture with this bag. But as you can see, this is how I carry one with me every day. It is a multi-use piece of kit, really, and it's free. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And as always, don't forget, help out your neighbors. Bye.